Alright guys and gals, today we're talking about adding decimal numbers. Now this is actually pretty easy as long as you follow a simple rule. And that rule is you're always going to line up your decimal points. So I've already done that in setting up this problem, 1.23 plus 0.54. I've made sure that my decimal points are lined up in the problem. Now why that helps me is because in my answer, I know exactly where to put my decimal point. It's gonna also stay in that same line. Then it just becomes a simple addition problem. 4 plus 3 gives me 7, 2 plus 5 gives me 7, 1 plus 0 gives me 1, and there's my answer, 1.77. Again, lining up the decimal point is the key here. If you do that, everything should be easy. Now this is also the key when we're subtracting. So again, I line up my decimal points. I don't even have to guess. I don't even have to do any math yet. I can already put the decimal point in my answer because I know it's going to be lined up with the other ones in the problem. Then I just go ahead and perform the subtraction. 4 minus 3 is 1, 8 minus 5 is 3, 2 minus 0 is 2, and there's my answer, 2.31. Again, lining up the decimal point is the name of the game. Now we're going to look at a different type of graph today. Today we're looking at what's called a scatter plot or a scatter graph. And the main difference between a scatter plot and a line graph is basically just that you don't connect the dots. So here we have a graph showing us the scores of Blazer games. And we got game 1, game 2, game 3, game 4. And the points are horizontal or our vertical axes. So at game 1, we can see the Blazers scored close to 80 points. Game 2, they scored close to 100 points. Game 3, they scored close to 90. Game 4, it was in between 90 and 100, probably about 95. The nice thing about a scatter plot is that it's useful when we have information like this that might fluctuate a lot. It might not be a steady trend going upwards or something like that. It might bounce around a lot. And so we might use a scatter plot to represent that kind of data.